Okay, I know this looks bad, but let me explain. Now, let me take you back to the glorious year of 2012. Well, actually, now that I think about it, it wasn't very glorious. At least, not for me. Let's see, let me fix the mood. There you go. Thor ready to destroy my entire life because in 2012, I fell in love. We'll just call her Ariel. So our relationship was basically a romantic comedy waiting to happen. Mostly because of the idea that we lived 40 minutes away, which meant I had to commute to go see her. Oh, but wait, there's more. Add in her mom, who absolutely hated me because of the fact that I was dating her daughter. You got an explosion of rules that she basically had to live with. No phone, no social media, no hanging out with friends, and no computers. This woman was so strict on her rules because she hated me. I remember her referring me as the devil. Actually, now that I think about it, it's been 6 years, and I feel like it's time to be a little petty. Let's draw her with horns. Yeah, that looks really good. No, wait. I want to keep this little mermaid theme going. So, Sea Devil. Yep, there you go. I'm pretty content with Sea Devil. Oh, I can only imagine my 16-year-old self laughing her butt off about the idea of drawing horns on her mother's head. Anyways, back to the story. So I basically had to come up with a solution so I could talk to her. My genius plan was to get her this sexy prepaid phone that I would be paying at least $10 a week or so, depending on how much she used it. And I mean, it might not be, the next iPhone, but it got the job done, and I was content with it. She really wasn't, but I mean, the point was to talk to each other. I know I am a great girlfriend. Nothing but the best. But anyways, so we basically made it work, and that day, well, it got a little spicy. As we slowly went into each other's arms, it made it very clear what was about to happen next. Your girl got a kiss. Sorry, I wish I could say it a lot better, but that's basically what happened. And then afterwards, she left. But, of course, there was a little problem. You see, I didn't notice it, but then I heard it. I heard vibrating, and I didn't realize it, but she forgot the phone I gave her, which is the only way we could communicate with each other. I instantly went into straight up panic mode because how am I supposed to give this back to her? So I instantly pick up the phone because I already know what it's gonna say. I was so confused on what to do next. Problem was, I didn't know that she was on her way back to pick up the phone. Actually, I have no idea how she convinced her mom to do this, and quite frankly, I'm pretty surprised now thinking back at it. But my little mind was off in the world, in the sky, because all I could think about was the fact that I got a kiss. So I just took the phone, and I didn't really think much of it. I just figured I'd just show up at school one day and give it back to her. Little did I know, they were on their way back. Now, I see this from a distance and instantly start panicking. I don't know what to do at this point. I'm seeing this lady. I feel like I'm about to get killed. So, the first thing I see in my glints of hope was the porta potty. So I'm there panicking. I'm running out of time. She straight up turns on her high beams at this point, which only means that she can very much see me, and I am starting to lose my mind at what to do. So I get in the porta potty. It straight up felt like I was in a horror movie ready to get killed, considering the fact that I went inside a porta potty. Now thinking about it, that was a really bad idea. I should have just ran away, but I guess it's kind of too late to do that now. Anyway, so I'm basically getting ready to get murdered by Jason when I hear the footsteps. Then, followed by really loud banging, demanding for me to open the door, and that if I don't, things are gonna get bad. So, what would you do in my situation? Obviously, I open the door, instantly start screaming and demanding to know who am I and why I'm in a porta potty. Then turns to Ariel and asks her who am I and what am I doing in a porta potty. And she's just panicking at this point. I instantly jumped out of the restroom and tried to explain what was going on. At this moment, it felt like life just slowed down a second because this lady went straight up Batman mode and slapped the living life out of her. Now, to do a quick recap, I was in love with her, so of course I got very upset at the idea of this lady just planting her hand on her face. So I instantly jumped in the middle of them because I wasn't going to let this happen again. And I guess she didn't expect this, so she instantly backed up because obviously the thug life was running through my veins and I was ready to jump her in like a minute. And at this point, I'm not really sure what happened, or I just can't recall it, but someone basically called the police on us, so lights were flashing everywhere, and luckily around this point is where I got the chance to slip the phone back to her. But this lady's really lucky that these cops showed up, because the thug life is strong. I was raised in these streets. She doesn't know me, she doesn't know the things I've been through, the things I've seen. So obviously, when the police got there, I started crying because I wasn't really emotionally ready for this, and I really didn't want to go to jail. But the cop in a very kind voice asked me what I was doing there and where I'm from. So I basically instantly started screaming and explaining to him that I wasn't doing anything wrong and I just wanted to see my friend and it's totally normal and not doing nothing weird. So again, in a very kind voice, he just told me to go sit in his car and just wait for him to come back. So even though I lived the thug life, I wasn't going to disrespect the only guy that's keeping Sea Devil away from me. So like the good Samaritan that I am, I went to the vehicle. And then realized things are pretty bad, but at least I got a kiss. But going back to the story, the officer comes over and explains to me that because of the fact that I'm a minor and I'm at a different school, I shouldn't be here. But then he was rudely interrupted by Sea Devil herself explaining that he needs to take me to jail, that I am a bad person. And come to think about it, it's kind of funny how she literally thought she can get me thrown into jail for dating her daughter. Which I'm assuming the cop agreed. And that's when she went into Super Saiyan mode, screaming her lungs out that this needs to happen. Then rushed off because of the fact the police officer didn't really seem to care about her explanation. Then she rushed off, sped off into the distance because, God, her feelings were pretty hurt at this point. No, we need more fire. Yes, that fast. She was going that fast in a school zone. I was apparently the bad person in all this, but I guess it's whatever. Look, she's just lucky that I wasn't a Jedi Master at this point. Anyways, so as soon as the Sea Devil basically retreated back to the darkest depths of Sea Hell with my princess, I may add, the officer then explained to me, because of the fact that I'm not from here, he's gonna have to take me in. Which concerned the living life out of me because I'm going to jail. He didn't really specify what was gonna happen next. So he takes me to the police station. I feel like a criminal. Like, the guy in the front desk had no idea why I was there. And honestly, I don't blame him. I'm thug. Like, I'm scary. I mean, don't get me wrong, he figured out why I was there, but that's not the point. I could have been dangerous. So then he tells me to go sit down and wait for a parent or guardian to come pick me up. And then reality hit me hard. Because what am I supposed to say? Oh yeah, I just got arrested, for trespassing. I was losing it. And then he shows up, and I have no idea what to tell my brother. The police only told him to come pick me up. He has no idea of the situation that I'm in, and quite frankly, by the time he got there, I was in absolutely no mood to talk about it, which only made him grumpy at the idea that I didn't want to explain how I ended up in a police station 45 minutes away from home. And lo and behold, that's exactly what he asked. And I explained to him, I'm trying to make the relationship work, long distance, you know how it is. She was my first love. He explained to me that there's many girls under the sea and I don't need to go for Ariel. And then explained that anything could have happened to me and I was being very reckless, which in a way I was. But that still doesn't give him the right to be telling me my love life and what I should do in it. I was quite happy, struggling, and he then explained to me, look, did you at least get a kiss? And that's when I said, yeah, I got a kiss. And then after that, he totally wasn't mad at me anymore because, at the end of the day, as long as you get a kiss, it's worth it. So thank y'all for watching my video. If you want to see more of me exploit my childhood trauma, please subscribe. That'd be great. And for anyone wondering if me and Ariel ended up together, maybe getting a dog, a 2-bedroom apartment, just letting you know, she cheated on me. So yeah, Ariel, if you're looking at this right now, thanks for the content. Always love you. Wow, that was pointless.